welcome, welcome everyone to Tuesday stream, in which Bitcoin has remained ranging after we tested the upper half of the channel yesterday. We had some selling on the beginning of the daily candle because we had some Mt. Gox food. They started moving Bitcoin across wallets, which have been inactive for around 5 years. So there was some selling across the board because of those Bitcoin movements, which dragged some altcoins further down. But we've been recovering for the past couple hours. We're 50 minutes away from the daily candle close, and sellers are trying to bearishly engulf yesterday's candle. We will come back to see it in 50 more minutes if they actually manage to engulf. But for the time being, Bitcoin is working on your lowest daily candle close since May 24th, and you're below the critical level of 69,000K, which is an important level from history. It's the second peak of the 2021 bull run. So it's a level that you want to hold. There's also an important level here regarding the candle close here. Around 67,600. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there just so we know as well. So currently between these two levels, the 69,000 level is more important because it's what the second peak of the 2021 top was. So we want to see price action come back above that level, and we can start thinking of breaking this descending channel, this apparent bull flag within the coming days. Otherwise, if we manage to keep failing to get price action above it, then probably the next level for BTC will be around 65K, which is the first top of the 2021 bull market here. So that's your BTC. We'll come back to it after after we have the candle close in 15 more minutes. So nothing too developed after yesterday's price action, but we've seen a lot of upside and a lot of pumps from the meme sector, which has continued to outperform the market. That's pretty wild. We're going to be taking a look at that in a minute too. Let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, it's all the buyers have seemed to be having more demand on Ethereum versus BTC, because BTC it's almost bearishly engulfing the previous daily candle close, and today's Ethereum it had some buying absorption here, which have been propelling the price upwards and probably avoiding the risk of having a bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, Edward, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So as your Ethereum working on your basically highest daily candle close since yesterday, and probably failing to bearishly engulf if we remain on this price action for the following 46 minutes. You're currently above the complacency shoulder from the 2021 bull market. As you can appreciate here, this is the 3,582 bucks level. So good price action for Ethereum. It's just down 1% on the daily, and BTC it's down 1.5%. So ETH BTC has to be probably having a green day. I'm going to be taking a look at that right away. So yeah, that's your Ethereum to Bitcoin. Just trying to get a candle close above the 0.055, 0.056 level, which is pretty significant. I'll show you on the weekly candles, the weekly time frames. You can see how important this level is. Comes all the way from the 2017 rally that was actually regarded as support on 2022, and now trying to get back above it on the weekly and daily time frame. So that's your Ethereum to Bitcoin. I want to look at USDT dominance. So USDT dominance was bullishly engulfing for a minute here the previous candle, which was yesterday on this daily time frame, and we're failing to bullishly engulf. We had a lot of absorption here, a lot of selling for the USDT dominance, and working on your lowest daily candle close since May 26th, and just waiting for this level to be a complacency shoulder on a large time frame scale, because we know that the trend, the long-term trend, the high time frame trend is bearish. We can take a look at the 3-day again, which will close tomorrow, and go back to this hidden bearish divergence that's starting to print negative momentum. So if this performs how it should perform on a bearish environment, which is the one that this asset is currently in, then we should see a markdown to 3.8%, maybe have some support there, and then go see 2.71% at the bottom of the range. That's the significance of losing the 4.88%. We've been talking about this level being critical a bunch of times. I'm going to remind you guys, just so you know where we're at right now. We're currently to fail to get back above the 4.88%. So every time this actually happened, we had a relief or a rally on crypto. So that's your USDT dominance on the daily. Just sideways price action, similar to the one that BTC is having. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance working on your lowest daily candle close since April 2nd. So almost 2 months since we haven't had a daily candle close this low. So that's good for your alts, as you probably have been having some good price action for altcoins since this markdown from past Monday, May 20, when we had the big Ethereum pump due to the positive ETF rumors that started building past week. We've been calling for this target for Bitcoin dominance around the 50% area here. We might get a response from the bulls here, but the next short-term support may be at the simple moving average, the 200 moving average, which is currently sitting at 53.53%. So it's less than 1% away. We'll see if we have some reaction there. And we can always go back to the 3-day time frame and remember what it's actually playing out here, which is this bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. Continuing to build negative momentum for the time being. So I've heard a trader say that this was probably escalator. I mean, you take the stairs up and then the elevator down. It's what he thought of this pattern. This one being the stairs, and then the elevator would be really quick to the downside. But that was his idea. I'm not sure. I'm just repeating what he said. But that's your Bitcoin dominance. A good day of altcoins outperforming Bitcoin once again, since we had this 18-month rally that apparently is coming to an end. Let's look at Bitcoin against the SPX. So Bitcoin against the SPX managed to bearishly engulf, working on your lowest daily candle close since May 19 here. So today the SPX outperformed BTC, but this is all right. We could still be putting a higher low, and the trend would still be probably to the bull side after we break out of this bull flag, this huge bull flag that we have here. We've been on this range for a lot of time now. Just 90 days. So 3-month range. I don't expect we're going to be inside of this range for another month, to be honest. It could happen, and you never know what's going to happen on the market, but I think this range is about to break out either way, hopefully to the upside. It looks like it's going to be to the upside, but I don't think we're going to stay within this range much longer, to be honest. And you already know what we have up here. This is actually the all-time highs levels for Bitcoin against the SPX. So you could say we're currently somewhere around here. If you went to the 2020 cycle, this was around the all-time highs from the SPX. So we're just chopping around here before having possibly a markup like this and head into price discovery against the SPX. So don't lose perspective on where this pair is right now. We're just below here. It looks like it might be a cup and handle here, big cup. This could be the handle. Either way, it looks like a descending channel, bullish consolidation. So that's your Bitcoin to the SPX. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Close the daily on a small bullish pin bar here. Didn't have all-time highs, but good price action after all, after we had this massive bearish engulfing candle on May, when was this, 23rd? And the SPX, not as pretty as the NASDAQ, but still good price action. This could turn potentially. Do you know what this candle formation could possibly turn into? It's not perfect, but it usually occurs at tops. This will be a single pattern, a single candle pattern, which is called a dead hanging man. And it's when you have a long wicked candle and a small body, red body on the top here. And you usually have it like right on a top here. This is not the exact top, and it doesn't look the same as a dead hanging man. Usually put in a wick to the upside as well. but just food for thought, you know. Just trying to remember some TA patterns here live on stream and hoping this is educational for you guys. Okay, let's go into the fun. Let's look at Solana, because Solana's been having some good price action yesterday. It bullishly engulfed, and today we're just having some sideways price action. It's currently failing to close the daily above 169 and 0.22 cents. If I'm interested in looking at some TradFi stuff, I just look at for having a perspective on what the risk market might do. I'm not trading any TradFi at the moment. I actually when I started trading 4 years ago. I started trading TradFi and Forex. So I did some trading. I did some stocks trading, some indices trading, but I just look at the SPX and the Nasdaq to have a perspective on where Bitcoin might be doing and where stocks are doing. I know Nvidia had an amazing day today. After we look at Solana, we're going to pull Nvidia, which will be having a stock split soon, I think. So that's probably going to be bullish again, because the price of the stock, it's going to be caught in 10, I think. So if the stock is worth $1,200, it's going to be worth $1,200, which is psychology. It's more appealing on a psychological level. So Solana, just having that price action here, just having a nothing burger candle, to be honest. Currently sitting right below this inflection point from history, this support and resistance at the same time from 2021 level. We need to get back above the 169 and 22 cents in order for things to get interesting for Solana again. So BTC, it's probably green on the daily. So maybe confirming this as another higher low. That's interesting. We had this 3 rising valleys pattern of accumulation on Sol BTC when we had this up mark, and now we came back to retest this 23,847 sats level, which is a critical inflection point from the 2021 bull market here. As you see, was regarded as support twice and then back tested as resistance twice again. So it's a pretty significant level here, the one that we're currently holding, where bulls came in, stepped in, and pushed the green button. We had an engulfing candle yesterday, so we're confirming yesterday's candle with this grain daily candle here. We're confirming the validity and the fact that this was a real bullish engulfing candle, working on your highest daily candle close since May 23rd. So that's interesting on Sol. I think we did the target for this move, but we're going to do it again. I don't think I left the target here in the chart, but almost a 30%. We're going to round it up. Almost a 30% target from the breakout line from the 3 rising valleys. As you remember, a 3 rising valleys pattern is an accumulation pattern, which consists of 3 lows, of 3 consecutive lows, each one being higher than the previous one, and having a higher high on the second low regarding the high of the first low. So this high from May 7 will be the breakout line here. Is how you draw it. And the measure move for knowing the target, the technical target, which is not sure it's going to be hit. It's not a certainty, but just give you a technical edge on where it might be going. We saw that with Pepe, it actually reached the technical target. So it's a 30% from the depth of the low here, the first low, all the way to the breakout line here. I know Edward likes this pattern. So it's a 30% upside from the breakout line, which is at around, actually here, pretty crazy, around 32,350 sats. So the measure move here for this three rising valleys pattern is actually the top of this range, which I'll show you here. It's quite significant here. This two levels here, the 30,000 and the 32,000 SAT level for Sol BTC is quite significant. It was the top of the complacency shoulder, and it acted as support and resistance, while Sol BTC was quite overextended on the fall of 2021. So it's pretty funny that it's the same same target for this daily pattern that we have here. So just for good measure, we're going to leave this magnet here so we can get the up mark on Sol BTC. So before taking out Nvidia, I want to see Sol ETH, see how it's doing. So Sol ETH, working on your highest daily candle close since May 25th. And we actually had a quite funny. We had a reaction on the 200 simple moving average of this potential Wyckoff distribution schematic type 2. Second type of the Wyckoff distribution, which also happened at the current all-time high levels, around the all-time high levels for Sol Ethereum. Plus, we had confluence of a bearish bat here, harmonic, from this top to this top. So you know what already happens on phase D. We talked about this on stream a couple of times. This is where you have the last points of supply, which are some bounces like this. And then maybe if we lose the sign of weakness, this level at around 3,200 sats, then distribution gets confirmed for Sol ETH, and you enter phase E, which is the downmark phase. So if basically distribution gets confirmed, this is not confirmed yet. This is just how it apparently looks. If distribution gets confirmed, then that's when you have the markdown here, and you have an impulse to the downside and come cover maybe some of this deep value levels around here. But we may not get it. I think Sol ETH is going to bounce here on the 200 simple moving average, maybe pull a little of a last point of supply, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe we get a back test to the simple moving average and then bounce, and this whole setup gets invalidated, or maybe we could continue trending lower and see that distribution that we're talking about. That's not a certainty, none at all. It's just funny that we actually just had some bids and had a reaction out of the 200 simple moving average. Okay, wow, Nvidia had crazy gap up today. Closed the day almost up 7% at around $1,139. This is pretty wild. I saw a tweet today on where Cathie Wood sold her Nvidia, and it was like literally at the peak of bottom in October 2022, I think. I think that's where she sold. I'm going to check. We have to take a look at that for sure. Yeah, I think he was on 2022. I'm going to pull it up. Okay. All right, never mind. I think I have it here. Let me see. Okay, it's going to take me a little bit more of time. All right. This this is the picture. So as you can see, chat, this is exactly where where Kathy Wood sold her Nvidia here on the 2022 lows and missed on a just merely its 800% run within not even 2 years. Crazy to think that someone like that of a trader manages a hedge fund, and I don't know. I guess anyone makes mistakes, but what a brutal mistake. So Nvidia, just some price discovery, really extended, just continuing to build positive momentum, and I think we don't know where this is going to top. No, not at least where it's going to locally top. So I'm guessing after the split, it's going to get a bit anyway because of the new psychological level. Yeah, yeah. I haven't checked the options on Nvidia, but this is the Tesla of this cycle, basically. If you remember Tesla from the 2020 2021 cycle, Nvidia is the Tesla of this cycle. I think they just launched a chip that's worth $40,000 or so. I don't know who's going to buy it, but that's your TradFi. Okay, let's move into something more interesting. So we looked at Sol. Let's look at Pepe. So Pepe catching a breather here, just 21 minutes away from the close. Maybe getting a bearish engulfing candle here from this daily candle close, from this daily candle, which was actually the top so far. Starting to print weak positive momentum. This weak green, or this basically this low green candles. What are my thoughts on Pepe or on Nvidia, Eddie? So you already know probably. just because you look at the streams and my videos, that this is the measured target for by close so open that tweet. Which tweet? I'm not sure what you're referring to. But you do know I closed in my majority of my the link. Oh, it said something on the tweet. Not sure, bro. It's in Discord. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Okay, now I got it. By the close till the open. Wow. That's interesting. Yeah. I don't know. There might be some psychology about stocks getting a bit when the market's closed and then gapping up higher. Maybe the gap up on Nvidia remember you of this performance. I'm going to pull it up so everyone in the chat can take a look at it. In my experience, there isn't like a magic formula for trading. Some people would like use the moon or astrology or anything. I just think that the most reliable thing that you can do is just find an edge, find a set of rules that that you can backtest and see if they work on your favor after a series of a lot of trades. And then if you have a profitable strategy that you have backtested, then use that strategy, and every time it's presented to you on the market. But this is the performance of stocks after the market closes, and then it opens the next day. The majority of the upside happens at night. It's what Edward's referring to. Interesting. So going back to Pepe, you know that I closed the majority of my long here. I'm glad to go back in if we get a higher low or if we get an edge on the chart. But for the time being, I just have a small moon back. I will continue to ride anywhere it goes. If it continues to chat up, I'll just keep riding that moon back. But on Pepe, this was the measure move of this inverse head and shoulders. So, and also this is the 1.618 fib expansion from this top to low. So yeah, I think Pepe might take a breather here. Who knows? Following the 3-day chart, which closes tomorrow, I think we're still above the Bollinger Bands. So as long as we don't have a 3-day candle close inside of the bands, I think Pepe is just going to continue ripping. But yeah, just using this whole upper side of the bands of as resistance on a daily, I don't like it that much. You want to see this. I would much rather see consecutive daily candle closes above the bands rather than having the bands work as resistance. that could give us a pullback, in my opinion. So that's your favorite frog coin. In 16 more minutes, we'll know if it bearishly engulfed. Let's go. Let's check a Pepe BTC. Same story. Just using the upper band of the Bollinger Bands as resistance. Quite overextended. Don't have any edge on the oscillators. Well, the RSI is cooked on Pepe BTC. Yeah, we'll take a look at those tickers as well. I want to go through a little bit some other tickers, and we'll take a look at those. ENA is apparently going to follow the red path, working on your lowest daily candle close since May 24th, and below this possible future neckline for a reversal pattern. And you failed to put in a higher high, by the way. It would have been cool for the bulls if we actually had taken out this high before reversing, so you have a higher high on the chart. ENA BTC is probably just back testing this. This is 1,300 sats level here that was regarded as a support a couple times from the past. We don't have that much data here in this chart. It's not too much that you can do, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it holds. Okay, let's go to your favorite dog coin, at least mine for the time being. Is WIF. WIF actually today did something really significant because it took out this high, which is the breakout line from the 3 rising valleys pattern. So if we manage to have a daily candle close above this level, the pattern gets confirmed, and you can start thinking of the measured move targets, which are at $7. It's quite the upside from here. So who knows if we'll have it. It's working on your highest daily candle close since April 8th. So that's good. Your RSI, it's completely on the bullish control zone, on the bull control zone at 64 points. So bulls might be taking control of this asset on the daily time frame. Positive momentum continuing to build. Let's go to WIF BTC, testing the higher side of this range here, failing to break out of it, but I'm not too concerned yet because it could have some more developed price action and just leave this range for good, which we've been in since March. And your RSI, it's at the 64 points as well, and continuing to build positive momentum on the MACD as well. So WIF against BTC, it's on the bullish control zone on the oscillator as well. So let's see what they can do. Okay, let's take a look at Ondo. It's been performing really good since last week. I haven't taken a deep look at it, but where's the Binance? It's not on Binance? Premium? What? Really? Just the perps? Okay. It's not on spot. All right. Let's take a look at Ondo. It's been performing really good. Let's see what we have here. Three rising valleys. Let's see. Yeah, it's not there technically, as you said. It has three higher lows, but it doesn't have the pattern here. Maybe, yeah, it was a little bit confusing because it had three peaks as well. It had three lower highs here, this high, from this high, from this high, which was maybe a confirmation for distribution, and then the bulls stepped in and did this bullish engulfing candle on which the asset started its rally. Want to know if there's something here that might be. They might have been tradable. I think there might have been a channel here. Something like that, maybe, or from here. I think it's from here. So maybe you had like a small bull flag here, and when you broke out, you just kept going. So working on your highest daily candle close ever on Ondo. It's quite significant. You are on the RSI at the 74 level, 74 points. So quite overbought, but it can remain overbought for a while. You know how crypto goes. You're sort of losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram. If it continues to probably be losing that positive momentum, then maybe we see some continuing price action to the upside, but maybe not as strong as this first leg. But honestly, I don't have an edge here on where it might be going because there's nothing to the left, and just we can check how high this is from the lows here. It's had quite a run already. It's 530% since the February lows. So this might be a good performer for the rest of the market. Is clearly an statement here from Ondo. I don't know what this coin does, but I think it's somewhat of a maybe a layer one. I'm not sure. I think it was on Ethereum. So there was an airdrop going on. Can't remember honestly. Okay, let's look at Ondo. What else? You asked for Caspa. It's not on Binance as well. It's weird. Is this the one? It's weird that they haven't been listed by Binance. Okay, let's check out Bybit. No, this is Casta. I need Caspa. So, or you meant Casta? I think you meant Caspa, right? Yeah, right. Let's check out Polynix. It's kind of ugly. Qcoin. Okay, now we have a decent. RWA. Word. Yeah. Real world assets. tokenization. It's been quite the narrative, thanks to thanks to some good projects, but also thanks to Larry Fink from BlackRock, who has been vocal about it on live TV. All right, let me pull up some lines here on Caspa. Trying to look at inflection points from history where buyers and sellers have stepped in the past and created a reaction here. So Caspa, yeah, basically flat for today. Just we don't have an edge here on the oscillators, but you did have one here. You had a bullish divergence here on the MACD, where you had a lower low on price and a higher low on the negative momentum, which actually turned out to print the ultimate low of this April dump heading into May. May has had some good price action across the board. I'm sure some coins have not recovered as well, but a lot of them did. That's probably a sign of strength that you want to look at in the market going forward. The coins that perform the best on the recovery, they're usually coins that are getting a lot of bits. So it's not much to say about Caspa, to be honest. You need to flip 14 bucks or so in order for us to have significant price action, in my opinion. You're currently sitting up above the 200 simple moving average. And you're between these two critical levels. There's not much between these two levels, to be honest. This is basically just up and down territory. So you can see basically up, down, it feels like. So if we're going up, I'm guessing we're at least going to test the upper side of this range before heading down. If we fail to break out. But if you wanted to trade the range, you would consider this zone overbought and maybe trade some shorts. This would be a better risk to reward zone for shorts rather than longs. If you wanted to get a long, I would wait a pullback, maybe wait for the 200 simple moving average. Granted, it probably doesn't get a pullback and just continue ripping, but I cannot position myself here because your lowest identifiable swing low is too far away. It's 20% away. And I don't have any pattern here besides that bullish divergence that we had on the MACD histogram. Let's look at big time. These are 3 tickers that I never look at, but they've been having some good price action. There are 3 new projects for this cycle, so that's always interesting. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, this one has apparently enough data. Let's see if we have something here. Is this an harmonic? I don't think so. Might look like a Gardley maybe, but I don't know if it fits the criteria. No, maybe. No, it just doesn't. So no harmonic. Potential M shape, but looking for a ripper. Yeah, we're all of us are looking for a ripper, but let's look at here. We have somewhat of an edge. Hmm. So yeah, I don't know if this wick is real. If it's not real, you maybe have put in a higher high here regarding this high. So you're probably market structuring. You're breaking market structure from bearish to bullish on a daily time frame. Working on a bullish pin bar on the daily, about to close in 35 seconds. Hold on to your pants. It's about to get wild. So this had quite a significant recovery today. On the daily, it's actually up 7% from the daily lows. You buying the Ethereum close? I'll buy me otherwise. I'm going to check Ethereum right away on the daily candle close, but depends on Atom Trust Bing X for its data. So I don't know if this wick is real or it was manufactured by the exchange. But if it's not real, then you have a higher high here on big time. So it could be interesting. If you get a higher low here, it could be a good position for writing it out to the upside. Can't trust this data, man. I don't know what's real, what's not. So I don't know if these wicks are for real, but that definitely looks like a real level here. I think here too. So you might want to reclaim these levels, and we can start talking for big time. Had some wild price action in November, and then right at the dumpster right now. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, Eddie. I'll see you soon. Okay, let's go check out the daily candle close on Bitcoin. So it did manage to bearishly engulf yesterday's candle. So it invalidated yesterday's bullishly engulfed candle. So that's what you don't want to see after you bullishly engulf. So that's no bueno for BTC. It's not like it's a death sentence, but it's not the price action you want to see when you have a bullish engulfing candle above a significant level, which is the $69,000 level. So yeah, check out the Ethereum kind of close. So Ethereum did not have an bearish engulfing candle in yesterday's daily candle, so that's better price action for the ETH bulls. Okay, let's look at meme coins. Floki. So Floki didn't have its highest daily candle close ever. Was almost had the highest daily candle close in its history. Chat. Hype in the chat for Floki. We had this 3 consecutive higher lows here, which is really interesting. Once we broke out of this resistance, we back tested as support, bullishly engulfed, and then it's been nonstop. So good price action on Floki. It's what you want to see. There, we don't have much levels to go into the left actually, because there's almost a price discovery. So that's your resistance there. Okay. Let's take a look at SHIB. SHIB's looking interesting. Given the circumstances, it looks pretty similar to Floki, right? We just have this resistance that around here. Going to draw this local resistance zone in case it pulls the Floki playbook, you know? Get a breakout, back test, moon. Market has been on easy mode for memes, man. Utility coins and real projects have been hurting almost all year. Since Tia topped out, I think Tia topped in like February. Since Tia topped, it's been just constant bleed, with the exception of Ondo and I don't know, maybe a couple other tickers, but it's the whole narrative has been left curve, which is memes. Pretty wild. You also have, I think we identified on stream, a potential Adam and Eve pattern forming here. Where you have a sharp drop here, a B recovery, and then a rounding bottom. So you can see here, could be your Adam and Eve. And I think the technical way to measure this pattern is from the bottom of the first low all the way to this high here, which is a 50%, and you have to, okay, it's too far away. I'm going to have to fix a little bit. So it's a 53% away from this trend line, which will give you not an all-time high, but a higher high, basically almost a higher high on SHIB on the daily time frame regarding this massive impulse that we had in March. I think we're pretty far away from the all-time high, yeah. But it will give you a high above this 3,500 and 3,531 sats, which is the complacency shoulder here from the bear market in the winter of 2022. So quite interesting. It's not a three rising valleys pattern, which would be really cool to see, but it looks like buyers are regaining control of this asset. Okay, so I've been going for about an hour. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Thanks, Edward, for tuning in. As always, we looked at some good coins today. Let's hope that BTC just continues to range and doesn't lose this 67 level, and gives in altcoins enough time and room to breathe and pursue the path upwards. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on another daily live stream. We'll be checking the charts. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, activate your notifications. I'm not going anywhere. We'll be looking for more coins on a daily basis. So thanks. Bye, guys.